Alright, look. We both know why we're here. I don't think we really need to go into detail. I don't think we need to point fingers at anything or make memes. Let's just acknowledge that we're both here and continue.
Today we're going to have you listen to a selection of songs from a band that will be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2018.
Really? Inducted?
That was my first reaction. You'll forgive me, I have a little bit of a cold today. First thought, hearing that Bon Jovi was gonna make it into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I think to myself, like, why? But he did have some of the most anthemic songs ever to come out of the 80s, so I mean, you have to give him props for that. They're still listened to all the time today, so I suppose he deserves it.
The band is Bon Jovi.
Never heard of them. What's Bon Jovi?
Sounds like it'd be like country. Because it's like, sounds like banjo.
You know, he's not too wrong. He's the only dude that I can think of off the top of my head that has two last names, both of which are a little weird. Either sounds like it would be similar to the banjo, like a country instrument, or like it's some kind of like cheese. Today's artisan work comes from the south of France, and we have our delectable Bon Jovi, Le Fromage Magnifique. I mean, I guess that kind of goes along with his style, because, I mean, shit in some of his music videos is cheesy as fuck. Of course, gotta start him out with the classic. If you don't know this song, like, really.
Wait, I don't know this song, but I do know this song.
You know this song. Even you know this song.
What? They're floating in that midair.
Yep, that's the 80s, young lady. Back in the 80s and the 90s when doing aerials on fucking spring, or whatever the fuck wires they're called. Not spring wires, I don't remember. I've been watching too much fucking FNAF shit. Back when doing aerial shit was cool, and now it's kind of like passe unless you're going for the Cirque du Soleil experience, a la Muse. Even then, it's not as much of a wow factor as it used to be. Then I'm pretty sure it was Bret Michaels as the guy, the wrestler who died, but yeah, he kind of put a big sour note on all that shit real quick.
I really hate their hairstyle.
I mean, granted, I kind of agree with her, but just the way that she like turns and looks with this big grin and then says, I really hate their hairstyle. It was the little grin that just fucking did it. Oh my god.
It's like a Halloween costume, kind of. What's this song?
Yup. Of course he fucking knows it. That kid knows all the hits.
This is just bad.
Wow. How can you not like Living on a Prayer? Like legit. The only excuse you can have for not liking it is the fact that it's over fucking played. This for me is one of those rare songs that even though it is played to fucking death, I mean, one of the worst offenders, I actually still really like it a lot. I always enjoy it when it comes on. I suppose you could call that a guilty pleasure. I don't know.
I was definitely wrong. They do not have a banjo in their band. They don't sound like Hall of Famers.
Music snob in the making over here. Of course, their other big hit.
It's very hardcore. This concert.
Oh, Lord. Kids are adorable. That's all I'll say. Kids are adorable.
They look like girls.
Yeah, they do. They should be slapped like them, too.
I feel like Living on a Prayer is more famous than this song, but I think this one's still pretty famous.
Pretty much. She nails it. Not only that, but this fucking steals the chorus from Living on a Prayer a little bit. Not like a complete rip, but the melody in the chorus is very similar. The beat's fucking identical. But I mean, that's not hard to do considering it's just boom, pum, boom, boom, pum, boom, pum, boom, boom, pa. Like, fucking, come on. Get over yourself. That and also the main riff is a kind of a chug with a couple of open notes in between. They just kind of mix it up slightly rhythmically, and the tone is pretty much the exact same. It's just, yeah, they're pretty much clones. Thing that always got on my nerves, and not like in a bad way, but just I always have to say it every time, is you gave love a bad name. Then the guys in the background always follow it up with bad name. Like Phyllis Diller is doing the backup singing, bad name. She's laughing at Bon Jovi. That's awesome. You know what? She just laughed at Bon Jovi. I look forward to the fucking day when my kids laugh at the shit that's called popular nowadays. I mean, come on. When you get, like, when the kids were making fun of Motley Crue a little bit for how they looked, and now they're making fun of Bon Jovi, they fucking should. They're ridiculous. I mean, come on. I mean, yeah, it can be enjoyable, especially if you understand the time and everything. Like, have fun with it. But, I mean, it's not outside the purview of a child to be like, what the fuck were you guys thinking? And I fucking pray they do the same to our generation. Because Lord knows I'm trying to do it every fucking day. Hindsight's 20/20 unless you're a music snob.
I'm gonna try to cut my hair because I don't want to look like that.
Nope, too late. You look like an asshole. Yeah, I love the shit out of this song. Okay, so just a real quick note. The 3 songs that they've shown the kids so far are really the reason why they're getting into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Because you put any of those 3 songs on in a bar, everyone's gonna fucking know them. Every single person. And not only that, they'll most likely sing along. That is why. And is that a fair enough reason to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? To be honest, if you look at some of the people that are inducted, it's better than some of the other ones.
We die for John.
God, I wouldn't.
He has a good voice.
Bon Jovi does, or did, have a fantastic voice. I don't know, I listened to him recently. It wasn't, like, terrible, but it seems like he's kind of lost a little bit of the power in his older age. Of course, it could have just been that one video, so.
He has, like, an amazing stage presence. He puts on a show for you.
I love you, Sydney.
I feel like this is a love song or something.
Okay, yeah, this song sucks. Fuck this song. So that's the thing. I don't know the Bon Jovi catalog very well, and that's mostly because I never really found his shit that enriching, to be honest with you. You have those 3 hits, and then you have a bunch of, like, corny fucking love songs. I mean, they're not all corny love songs, but, I mean, a lot of them were. God, were they ever. Even his big hits were fucking corny love songs. That dude was the embodiment of the transition between the 80s and 90s in that whole arena rock feel.
Seriously, it looks like they never combed their hair.
Oh, they did a lot of work on that hair, sweetheart.
My ears are literally hurting. Well, I don't know if I like this one as much.
It sucks, Sydney. Just say
I
it.
like the crazier ones more.
Kind of sounds like every other rock song to me.
I feel like this is a kind
Dude,
of
that's an insult to every other rock song.
I like hard rock. This is like.
That kid's killing me. That's the thing, you know, Bon Jovi definitely does have those fat tones with the guitar and the bass, but yeah, definitely just stops at what you'd consider hard rock. It does not push fully over into metal. Although, from my understanding of the genre, isn't just standard rock and roll, you know? That arena rock feel makes it huge. It's kinda good.
I'm not feeling it. They're always the same.
Sydney knows what's up. Alright, man. I think it's about time. Sydney is a squire. Inducted.
And they're always horrible. My jam.
I guess everyone had long hair in the 90s.
Just somebody come up with a new style already.
God, seriously. Called it.
Wait, is this still by the same band?
Yes, it is. I fucking love It's My Life. That is actually the first Bon Jovi song I ever listened to. It is very different sounding from a lot of his earlier catalog. Very, very different. And I actually really like how he kind of added some of that more unnatural percussion in there. Love the tone of the bass, the synth, the guitar. It was kicking. That, but he still kept the classic Bon Jovi anthemic awesomeness.
I kind of like it. It's better than the other ones, at least.
See, he knows what's up.
It's better than the slow ones, but it's still not as good as, like, Living on a Prayer.
She's a squire.
It's like they love what they're doing. You need to love what you're doing to make good music.
So Bon
It
Jovi
helps.
has been eligible to be
Wouldn't
in the Rock
say
and
it's
Roll Hall of Fame
necessary,
since
but it helps.
2009.
There's just tons of bands that are doing the same thing. That's kind of happening with rap too, where like all of the music is starting to sound the same.
Okay, I'm not gonna give him too much shit because he's a kid, but while yes, he is right that a lot of rock and roll is starting to kind of blend together, and that's mostly like back in the fucking 80s, a lot of guys were all kind of sounding like that hair metal arena rock shit. Nowadays, everyone's sucking the cock of the fucking alternative rock, which I'm so fucking over. But Bon Jovi, out of a crowd of a bunch of guys who are all trying to do the same thing, really cemented their place in rock history and definitely stood out with a couple of songs. And that's more than what most bands will ever be able to say. As far as the whole rap thing goes, I mean, at least he's not as much of a shithead as we once thought.
So what do you think it is about this band that had so many fans vote for them?
I honestly do not know. Their music is
Good answer. What made a lot of people love the music is, one, it sounded huge and powerful, but it wasn't overwhelming like metal to the point where it's going to drive your average audience away. And two, the anthemic choruses. Oh my God, the anthemic choruses that people will sing along with. And three, keep the rhythm very simple so that people can dance. Easy.
They're probably very humble, and people like that.
It gets you like an
I will say Bon Jovi is a cool motherfucker.
2,000 concerts all over the world, starting all the way back in 1985, and are still touring today.
I'm stunned.
That kid's awesome.
So after listening to some of their music today, do you think you're gonna check out their concerts?
I would go to a Bon Jovi show if I had the opportunity. I don't know if I would pay Bon Jovi prices to go see Bon Jovi, but I imagine it would be a very kick-ass show. Final thoughts. I'm done. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you would like to help me make better videos, you can help me out by going to the link in the description of my Patreon page. Wow, I am so fucking sick. You can go to my Patreon page, pledge some money every month. If you don't want to make a rolling pledge, I also have links to my PayPal and Bitcoin. You can leave tips there. Or if you want to get some merch, I have a merch store, link in the description. You can also follow me on Facebook and Twitter at Become the Night. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next video. Rock on!